Hey everyone, before we dive in, I need your help. This channel is just getting started and we're aiming for 1,000 subscribers. So if you enjoy this content and want to see more about dinosaurs, paleontology, and myths of the ancient world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the journey. Now let's get into it. We all know the Tyrannosaurus rex, towering, menacing, with jaws powerful enough to crush bone. The T-Rex is often considered the quintessential apex predator of the Mesozoic era. But what if I told you that the title of ultimate predator might not belong to the T-Rex after all? That, in fact, there was another dinosaur, one that even this fearsome giant might have feared? In this video, we're going to delve deep into the world of prehistoric predators and explore the truth behind one of the greatest myths of paleontology. It's easy to imagine the T-Rex ruling the prehistoric food chain, but did you know that there were others that posed a real threat to its reign? Specifically, we'll uncover the mystery of the dark predator, a creature so formidable that even the mighty T-Rex couldn't escape its shadow. Stick around as we challenge long-held assumptions and take a fresh look at the history of these prehistoric giants. If you thought you knew everything about the T-Rex, think again. The truth might just surprise you. The T-Rex is often portrayed as the king of dinosaurs, the ultimate predator that ruled over the land with unmatched power. Its enormous size, terrifying teeth, and carnivorous diet have made it a symbol of prehistoric dominance. However, this image, while compelling, oversimplifies the reality of the Cretaceous period. The T-Rex wasn't the only contender in this fierce battle for survival. There were other formidable creatures that could have challenged its reign. First, let's take a moment to understand what made the T-Rex such a feared predator. At up to 40 feet long and weighing between 9 and 10 tons, the T-Rex was an apex predator due to its size and strength. Its skull, one of the largest among terrestrial animals, contained powerful jaws capable of delivering a bite force exceeding 12,000 pounds, enough to crush bone with ease. Add to that its keen sense of smell and powerful legs, and it's easy to see why many consider it the deadliest dinosaur. But the world of dinosaurs was filled with many other powerful creatures, all vying for dominance in the same ecosystems. The T-Rex wasn't alone on the food chain, and it had to constantly compete with other large carnivores for food and territory. Some of these predators were even capable of taking down dinosaurs as large as the T-Rex itself, with strategies that gave them an edge. So while the T-Rex certainly holds a place in the prehistoric pantheon, was it truly the undisputed ruler of the Cretaceous world? The answer isn't as simple as it seems, and to understand that, we need to look deeper into the rivals that could have posed a serious threat to its throne. While the T-Rex was undoubtedly a dominant predator, it wasn't invincible. Enter the Spinosaurus, the dark predator of the Cretaceous. This massive dinosaur is often regarded as one of the few creatures capable of competing with or even overpowering the T-Rex, challenging everything we thought we knew about the prehistoric food chain. The Spinosaurus stood out for its unique features. Unlike the T-Rex, which was primarily a land-based predator, the Spinosaurus was semi-aquatic. With its long crocodile-like snout and sail-like structure on its back, it was adapted to both land and water. This flexibility allowed it to hunt a wide range of prey, from aquatic life like fish to larger dinosaurs that ventured too close to the water. Its size alone made it a formidable opponent, estimated to be up to 59 feet long, making it potentially larger than the T-Rex. Paleontologists debate whether Spinosaurus and Tyrannosaurus rex ever crossed paths in the wild, but it's clear that they would have shared similar environments during the late Cretaceous period. While the T-Rex ruled the land, the Spinosaurus had an advantage in aquatic ecosystems, making it an all-around threat. Its specialized hunting methods, coupled with its size and strength, positioned it as the dark predator that even the T-Rex would have had to fear, especially if they encountered each other near water. But what exactly made the Spinosaurus such a terrifying competitor for the T-Rex? To understand this, we must dive deeper into its anatomy and hunting techniques, revealing how it could have potentially outclassed the mighty T-Rex. Imagining a showdown between the mighty T-Rex and the monstrous Spinosaurus is both thrilling and daunting. While the two creatures may not have coexisted in the same time or place, we can hypothesize how their interactions might have played out based on their respective physical traits and environments. The T-Rex was a land dweller, built for speed and power on solid ground. Its muscular legs and enormous tail gave it a terrifying balance of agility and strength. It was a calculated predator, using its keen sense of smell to track down prey and its ferocious bite to immobilize it. The T-Rex's preferred method of hunting was likely ambush, stalking and overpowering smaller herbivores, but also potentially clashing with other carnivores for territory and food. On the other hand, the Spinosaurus was a different kind of hunter. With its semi-aquatic lifestyle, it would have had the upper hand in aquatic environments. Its long, narrow snout, filled with sharp teeth, was perfectly suited for catching fish, but it could also have used its formidable strength to capture larger prey that ventured near water sources. The sail on its back, once thought to be for display, may have helped regulate its body temperature or even serve as a form of intimidation in confrontations with rivals. So how would these two apex predators have clashed? If their territories overlapped, we can imagine territorial disputes arising. The T-Rex's immense size and strength would have been a match for the Spinosaurus's aquatic versatility, but in a head-to-head battle, the environment would have played a critical role. On land, the T-Rex might have had the advantage, while in water, the Spinosaurus would have been the dominant force. When it comes to understanding how the Spinosaurus and T-Rex might have interacted, we turn to the fossil record. Fossils are our only window into the past, and they provide critical insights into the anatomy, behavior, and environment of these ancient creatures. But what does the evidence really tell us about these two dinosaurs and their potential rivalry? The first major discovery that challenges the dominance of the T-Rex came in 1912 with the identification of Spinosaurus fossils. Since then, new fossils have continually reshaped our understanding of this unique dinosaur. Notably, the discovery of the Spinosaurus's aquatic adaptations in the early 2000s provided a breakthrough in understanding its ecological role. Fossils of Spinosaurus show characteristics that indicate it was well equipped for life in water, with long paddle-like limbs and a tail designed for swimming. This discovery has led scientists to conclude that Spinosaurus was not just a land predator, but a true fish eater, spending much of its time near or in water. In contrast, the T-Rex fossils we've found over the years support the image of a powerful, land-based carnivore. The large, robust skeleton of the T-Rex, with its deep-set teeth and massive legs, suggests a predator built for power and force. Fossil evidence also supports the idea that the T-Rex was at the top of the food chain in its ecosystem, with few, if any, natural competitors capable of challenging it on land. But while the fossil evidence paints a clear picture of both creatures in their respective environments, it also highlights the challenges of comparing them directly. The T-Rex and Spinosaurus may have lived in different regions, and therefore may not have encountered each other directly. However, the evidence supports the idea that both were top predators, each in its own ecological niche. So, what does the fossil record tell us about the potential conflict between these two giants? The key lies in the available skeletal evidence of both Tyrannosaurus rex and Spinosaurus. While we have abundant fossils of T-Rex, many of which are remarkably well preserved, Spinosaurus remains a more mysterious figure in the world of paleontology. Fossils of Spinosaurus have been found in the Sahara Desert, and these findings have sparked intense debate over the years. One of the most significant discoveries in the late 1990s revealed a fragment of a Spinosaurus jaw that provided new insights into its semi-aquatic nature. Further excavations uncovered additional skeletal fragments, including parts of its tail and limbs, helping scientists paint a more complete picture of its anatomy. Comparing the fossils of T-Rex and Spinosaurus, we can see clear differences in their structure. While the T-Rex had a robust, muscular build ideal for land-based hunting, Spinosaurus was leaner, with elongated limbs and a body adapted for both aquatic and terrestrial environments. The most telling feature, however, was the sail-like structure on its back. Though initially thought to be a display feature, recent studies suggest it might have played a role in thermoregulation or helped it navigate its aquatic surroundings. Despite these differences, one thing is clear: these two predators were both uniquely adapted to their respective environments. Fossils suggest that they were both at the top of their food chains, each dominant in its own niche. But could Spinosaurus have been a true rival to the T-Rex if they ever crossed paths? That's still up for debate. For decades, the T-Rex has been portrayed as the undisputed apex predator of its time. It's been immortalized in films, documentaries, and books as the ultimate hunter. But as we dive deeper into the history and discoveries of prehistoric life, it becomes clear that this narrative is oversimplified and in many ways inaccurate. The T-Rex was not the only predator competing for dominance, and its reign may not have been as absolute as once believed. The idea of the apex predator is often rooted in a modern understanding of animal hierarchies. Today, we think of apex predators as being the most powerful and dominant creatures in an ecosystem, without considering the complex dynamics of competition and ecological niches. The T-Rex may have been at the top of its food chain, but it was certainly not without competition. The Spinosaurus, with its unique adaptations, could have outcompeted the T-Rex in certain environments. Likewise, other predators like Giganotosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus also posed serious challenges in different parts of the world. The notion of a single apex predator ruling supreme is a human construct, often driven by our desire for simple narratives. In reality, prehistoric ecosystems were likely more complex, with various predators occupying different ecological roles. Spinosaurus and T-Rex may have been rivals, but they weren't the only players in the game. What's more, the idea of one predator completely overpowering another ignores the ecological balance that existed in prehistoric ecosystems. Each species had its strengths and weaknesses, and survival depended on much more than just physical power. The competition between powerful predators like the Tyrannosaurus rex and the Spinosaurus would have had significant ecological impacts. These rival predators didn't just compete for food. Their interactions could have shaped the very environments they lived in, influencing everything from hunting behaviors to prey populations. In ecosystems where both T-Rex and Spinosaurus might have coexisted, there would likely have been a balance of power. T-Rex was well adapted for open landscapes, with powerful jaws and the ability to sprint short distances. It would have dominated the terrestrial prey in these areas, primarily focusing on large herbivores like Triceratops and Hadrosaurus. However, the Spinosaurus, with its semi-aquatic habits, would have controlled the riverbanks, lakes, and coastal regions. It's possible that Spinosaurus focused on aquatic prey, such as fish and smaller dinosaurs, which left the T-Rex with fewer territorial overlaps. The presence of these two apex predators would have forced other animals to adapt to avoid being caught in the crossfire. Smaller carnivores, herbivores, and scavengers would have had to develop strategies to either evade the predators or compete for resources. The result was a more dynamic and varied ecosystem, where survival depended not only on size and strength, but also on adaptability and strategy. This ecological dance between competing predators wasn't unique to the Cretaceous period. In modern ecosystems, we see similar patterns, where different species coexist by carving out niches that reduce direct competition. Just as lions and crocodiles share territories without frequent conflict, the T-Rex and Spinosaurus might have done the same, each exploiting different aspects of the environment. Much of what we know about dinosaurs comes from movies, documentaries, and books that have portrayed the T-Rex as the ultimate predator. But Hollywood has often romanticized and exaggerated the reality of these ancient creatures. The blockbuster films Jurassic Park and others have cemented the T-Rex's place as the indisputable king of the Cretaceous, but this popular image doesn't align with scientific evidence. In reality, the portrayal of T-Rex as an unstoppable lone hunter is far from accurate. The real T-Rex may have hunted in packs or scavenged at times, and it certainly had to contend with other powerful predators in its environment. Similarly, Spinosaurus has often been depicted as a lesser creature, or merely a side character in the Battle of the Giants, but it was a predator that could have been just as dangerous, if not more so, in certain contexts. By debunking these myths, we gain a deeper, more nuanced understanding of how dinosaurs interacted with one another. The true dynamics of prehistoric life were far more complex than the simplistic "one predator rules them all" narrative that's often portrayed on the big screen. The debate about the T-Rex and its rivals, like Spinosaurus, continues to captivate paleontologists and enthusiasts alike. With new discoveries being made regularly, our understanding of prehistoric life is constantly evolving. Each new fossil, each new piece of evidence, challenges the narratives we've built and compels us to rethink the way we view ancient ecosystems. The fascination with these predators extends beyond the scientific community. The T-Rex, in particular, has become a symbol of strength and dominance in popular culture, even though this image may be far from the truth. The Spinosaurus, while not as widely known, has been gaining recognition as a contender for the title of ultimate predator, thanks to groundbreaking discoveries in recent years. This ongoing debate highlights the dynamic nature of paleontology itself. Our understanding of ancient creatures is never fixed. It's shaped by new technologies, fresh insights, and the willingness to question old assumptions. The legacy of both the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus will continue to inspire new generations of researchers and enthusiasts to explore the mysteries of the prehistoric world. As science progresses, we might just discover even more surprising facts about the complex relationships between these giants of the past. In conclusion, the idea that the T-Rex was the undisputed king of the Cretaceous is a simplistic narrative that does not fully capture the complexity of prehistoric life. While the T-Rex was undoubtedly a formidable predator, it was far from being the only one vying for dominance. The Spinosaurus, with its unique adaptations and semi-aquatic lifestyle, was more than capable of challenging the T-Rex in certain environments, proving that the world of dinosaurs was full of rival predators, each with its own strengths and strategies for survival. The story of these two giants invites us to reconsider what it means to be the ultimate predator. Is it sheer size and strength that define an apex predator? Or is it adaptability and versatility in a variety of environments? As we continue to explore and uncover new fossils, the lines between these two contenders for the title of apex predator become increasingly blurred. Ultimately, the true legacy of the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus is their ability to inspire curiosity and awe. They remind us that science is always evolving, and the history of life on Earth is more intricate than any myth or legend we could create. The debate over which dinosaur truly deserves the title of king is far from over. But one thing is certain: the T-Rex is not the only contender.